Namaskar. Welcome to Human Resource Management classes. Before this, we have completed two sessions, and this is the third session in the Human Resource Management. And the third session is related to evolution and development of HRM. HRM stands for Human Resource Management. So, how it evolved and how its development took place, that we'll understand here. Before that, we have to understand that HRM is one of the functional area of managerial functions. So when we are studying principle of management, managerial functions are there, and HRM is one of them. So that means there has been interrelationship with that of management, and that is why it is also almost evolved parallel to management. So the what is said that even in Babylonian era means around 1800 BC. Around 1800 BC, the code of Hammurabi mentions something related to management. When we come to India, most of the books had been burnt in India, but whatever books are available, based upon that, Kautilya Astra Shastra has mentioned many things about the management. So management is not a new phenomena for India. Anyhow, present management system is being traced back to the 20th century with labor welfare in factories since 1920s. Since then, continuously there has been some development, there has been some changes. So this is the evolution of human resources management has taken place with all these steps. It is not in systematic. We'll understand it in a systematic manner. Like first, industrial revolution was there because the concept of management has taken a certain shape because of industrial revolution. In agricultural scope or animal husbandry, something, management was not that much effective, that much of use. So industrial relation has come, and industrial revolution has created so many scope for the evolution of HRM, ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट के आने का, उसके बढ़ने का जो मेन कारण रहा है वो इंडस्ट्रियल रिवोल्यूशन रहा, औद्योगिक क्रांति रही है। औद्योगिक क्रांति के बाद से ट्रेड यूनियन हुआ, ट्रेड यूनियन के बाद से सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का एरा आया, उसके बाद से साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट का एरा आया, फिर ह्यूमन रिलेशंस मैनेजमेंट का एरा आया, फिर बिहेवियरल साइंस, देन सिस्टम अप्रोच, देन कंटिजेंसी अप्रोच. So one by one, just at a glance, we'll see it. So it is said that industrial revolution started somewhere in 1950s in Western European and USA. So because of that, it gradually that industrial revolution went gradually reached to India in 20th century. So in India, evolution of HRM starts from trade union movements, because if you go through the Indian history, there was some meal strike in Sabarmati, Gandhiji took place, and from there some labor trade union movement started. So we are starting from trade union movement era. So first step is trade union movement era. In that period, that is the after the industrial revolution, the conditions of workers were not so good. Conditions of worker were very apathetic. Working hours were very lengthy, and workplaces were not that much comfortable. So workers started united, and in their union process, in India, Trade Union Act 1926 was passed. Passing of Trade Union Act 1926 is a milestone in the furtherance of, in the evolution of, in the development of HRM. So this trade union, passing of trade union evolved so many personal matters like collective bargaining, grievance handling, system arbitration, disciplinary practices, employee benefit program, installation operational and defensive wage structure, like this evolved through the trade registration of trade unions. Here that period, some periods having given here, you can see it. Then starts social responsibility era. It is told that because of the strong union movements, the employer thought that we should give some benefit, some welfare to the workers also, and let us treat employees as our children. So then social responsibility era emerged, and this era was having paternalistic approach. पितृत्व भावना थी उसमें. So in that, employer was considering himself as a father, and father was responsible to take care of his children, and that is why this came into the picture, social responsibility era. After this, scientific management era came. When we talk about the scientific management, means everything was calculated. Scientific method means scientific timing of work, scientific standard, scientific way of selection, scientific way of placement, clear cut division of work, harmonious relation and close cooperation with the workers. These all evolved. So when we talk about the harmonious relation with the workers, it evolved during the scientific management era. Then it comes to human relation era. This is the era where employers started thinking about the psychological feeling, emotional feeling of the employees. Before that, human was hardly a resource like a machine or money or material. But here in human relation era, employer started treating man as a man from the emotional point of view, from the psychological point of view, and then social and psychological satisfaction of the employees started to be fulfilled. So this is how human relation era evolved. Here, when we treat as human relation era, when we treat man with the psychological, social, intellectual, then we have to impart training also. We have to give development also. Some psychological treatment should be given. Some motivational factors should be given. Some moral boost up material should be given. Like that, these all things were taken into consideration. The fifth point is behavioral science era. Here, human relation era assumes that a happy worker is productive worker. So we need to change our behavior towards the workers, because if worker is happy, production will be good. If worker is not happy, production will not take place the way we want. So that is why the major contribution made by behavioral science are in the area of motivation, leadership, communication, organizational change, development, organizational culture, individual and group dynamics. These all finally evolved during the behavioral science era. It had got some shape in the human relation era, but finally it came into the final shape in behavioral science era. Then comes to system approach. System is a set of interdependent parts forming an organized unit or entity. That means man, money, material, machine, these all are integral part of each other. All are interconnected. So if one is not good, this all four will get affected. So that means it's a unitary feeling. So this unitary feeling further subdivided into three subheads, that is technical subsystem, formal relationship among the members of an organization, then social subsystem, then power subsystem. So like this, in the power subsystem, management information system evolved, what we call MIS, management information system evolved, and that is today's scenario. Next, seventh point is contingent approach. Here, contingent means immediate circumstances. So, contingency approach believes that there is no one way of managing that works best in all situations. Means there is no single method, there is no single principle, there is no single way of getting applied universally to all situations. Different situations demands different solution. So solution should be given as per the situation. Not situation can be created as per the solution. So that is what it is called contingency plan approach. There is no one way of managing that works best in all situations. So here situational factors evolved, and developing of skill of managers evolved, because if development of managers skill is there, then only they can tackle with the contingency plans, then only they can find a solution to the immediate circumstances. So this is how contingency approach evolved. So this is the evolution of HRM. As far as in the big company, the lower post is welfare officer, then it comes to labor manager, then it comes to personal manager, then it comes to HR manager, and then this is the human capital, that means HR department is full like this. So this is all about evolution and development of HRM. In the next session, we'll be discussing on environment of HRM. Till that, please keep on revising. Only your revision is going to help you to understand the next sessions. So if you don't understand next sessions, please go back to previous sessions. Then only you will be able to understand the next session. So please keep on revising. Till then, namaskar.